Hello, this is chapter 12, triangles, activity 1. Solve for the unknown and classify the triangle. You need to solve for the unknown and classify the triangle. By implication, you cannot classify the triangle without solving the unknown. First find your unknown, then you classify the triangle. Okay. 1.1. This is x. This is 20. This is 60. Then I want to solve for x. I know x plus 20 degrees plus 60 degrees equals to 180 degrees. What is the reason? Sum angles triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle. You can write sum angles triangle. So when you sum up the interior angles of a triangle, they sum up to 180. So this is x. 20 plus 60 is 80 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. So I have x plus 80 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. I don't want this plus 80 negative, add additive inverse. It's 80. Okay, and additive inverse is the same number but different sign, opposite side. So what is 80 minus 80? Okay, if you minus 80 this side, you also minus 80 on the other side. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. So x, 80 and 80, they cancel. So what is 180 minus 80? It's 100 degrees. Okay, now I can substitute. Where you see x, you can substitute now what? 100 degrees. Okay, so this is 100. So this is 100, this is 60, this is 20. Solve for the unknown. Okay, this is your unknown, x is 100. And classify the triangle. Since I know this is 60, this is 60, this is 20, and that is x. Now, this x is 100. So these angles are different, are not equal. We call that a scaling. Classify, it's a scaling. If the angles are not equal, we call the triangle a scaling. Okay, 1.2. 1.2. 1.2. This is x. This is x. And this is x. Now, what I need to do now, I need to add all the angles. X plus x plus x equals to 180 degrees. What is the reason? Sum angles triangle. So x plus x, it's 2x. What is 2x plus x? It's 3x. which is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, no, now I don't want this 3. It's 3 times x. What is the opposite of multiplication? Because this is 3 times x. The opposite of multiplication is division. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. This is x equal to, what is 18 divided by 3? It's 6, but I have 0 there. So it's 60 degrees. Right. Now, you know the unknown. Solve for the unknown. So I know each x is 60 degrees. So I know this is what? I know this is 60. I know this is 60. I know this is 60. Sub in. So all angles are equal. And we call this, when we want to classify it, we call it equilateral. Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Okay, because all angles are equal. It's equilateral. 1.3. Let's say this is x plus 20. This is x minus 10 degrees. And this is 50 degrees. Let's say this is 50 degrees. And I want to solve for x, for the unknown. So this is x plus 20 degrees plus x minus 10 plus 50 degrees equals to 180. Always the interior angles of a triangle, they sum up to 180 always. Okay, you must take the reason sum angles triangle. Sum angles triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle. They are equal. So they equal to 180. What is x plus x? These are like terms. It's 2x. What is 20 minus 10? 20 minus 10, it's 10. 10 plus 50, it's 60 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. Right. I don't want this plus 60 here. An additive inverse. I need to add an additive inverse. Same number, but different sign. Same number, same number, but different sign. Okay. So what you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. You minus 60 also. So this is 60 minus 60. They cancel. It's 2x equals to, what is 180 minus 60? It's 120. Okay, now what I need to do now, I don't want 2x. This is 2 times x. What is the opposite of multiplication? It's division. Divide by 2. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. Okay, so x is equal to 60 degrees because this is 120 divided by 2. Now what I need to do now, this is x minus 10, but what is the value of x? It's 60 minus this 10, and this becomes 50 degrees. So I know this is 50 degrees. So now I know this is what? 60, x is 60 plus 20. So the answer is equal to what? 80 degrees. Because you substitute the value of x. So I know this is what? This is 50 degrees. I know this is what? This is 80 degrees. Alright. So I have two angles that are equal. So to classify this triangle, I will say this is what? Isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Isosceles. Because two angles, when two angles are equal, you call that an isosceles triangle. 1.4 x plus 60 degrees plus 30 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Why? Sum angles triangle. If you add the interior angles of a triangle, surely they will sum up to 180 degrees. Always sum of the angles of a triangle. So this is x. What is 60 plus 30? It is 90 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so this is 90. I must minus what? 90. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. You minus 90 also. That is an additive inverse, because I don't want this plus 90, I need x. X is equal to 180 minus 90, it is equal to 90 degrees. So I know that this is 90 degrees. This is how you write 90 degrees. I know this is 90 degrees. Okay, it's 90 degrees. Yes, my angles are not equal because this is 60, this is 30, and this is 90. And we said when the angles are not equal, it's a scale-in. But now there's a special name for this because this is 90 degrees. We call it a right. We call it a right angled, not angle, right angled triangle. Because there is 90 degrees. It's a right angled triangle. 1.5 1.5 I can say this side is equal to this side, and I can give you here the value for, I can say this is 60 degrees, and I can say this is what? X. Now there is a missing information here because I need three angles, but I know this is 60 degrees. Why? Because if this line, it is equal to this line, the base angles are equal. So for now it's an isosceles. I cannot say this, I cannot classify it and say it's an isosceles triangle. I'm trying to find the unknown first. But for now, it seems as if it's an isosceles. So I will use the notion of isosceles triangle. Why do I use the notion of isosceles triangle? Because I have two sides that are equal. So if two sides are equal, that means the base angles must be equal. It doesn't matter whether I have this. If this and this is what? 70. This is also 70. If these two lines are equal, that means these two angles are equal. Base angles of an isosceles triangle. Alright. Now, Before I say this is an isosceles, I cannot classify this triangle and say, oh, it's an isosceles triangle because I have two sides that are equal. No, first you need to find your unknown. Then you'll be able to classify this triangle. And this is x plus 60 plus this 60 degrees. Okay, so it is equal to 180 degrees. Sum angles triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle. So this is x, 60 plus 60, it's 120 degrees. Somewhere, somehow, you need to tell them that this is iso triangle, because if that is 60, okay, at least you know it's isosceles. So 60 plus 60, it's 120, which is equal to 180 degrees. But I don't want 120 here, I need x. So add an additive inverse, which is 120, same number but different side. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. Yes, minus 120 degrees. So my x will be, what is 180 minus 120? It's going to be 60 degrees. Oh, this is also 60 degrees. Now you can see clearly that this is not an isosceles triangle, but it's an equilateral triangle because all angles are equal. Very important. Solve the unknown first and substitute your unknown. You will be able to classify the triangle. Okay, it's an equilateral because all angles are equal. It's a equilateral triangle. It's an equilateral triangle. 1.6. This is 140. This is x, and there are these two lines. So there is a missing information here. So if this is x, that means this is also x, y, base angles of an isosceles triangle. Because if these two sides are equal, that means these two angles are equal. Yes, x plus x plus 140, it is equal to 180 degrees. Why? Why? Sum angles of a triangle. Sum angles of a triangle. Sum angles of a triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle, they are equal to 180. X plus x, it's 2x, which is equal to, oh, this is plus 140, equals to 180. Okay, I don't want this 140 here. So you need to add an additive inverse, which is minus 140. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side 140 also. This is 2x equal to 180 minus 40. It is equal to 40 degrees. This is 2x, it's 2 times x. So the opposite of multiplication is division. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. So x is equal to 20 degrees. Okay, this is 20 degrees. So I know my x now. This x is 20 degrees. I know this x is 20 degrees. So these two angles are equal. Then you can say it's an isosceles triangle because two angles now are equal. It's isosceles. triangle. Okay, you cannot say it's an isosceles triangle. You need to solve the unknown first. Then you can conclude. 1.7 this is 2y plus y. This means 90 degrees. When you see this block, it's 90 degrees equal to 180 degrees. The reason, sum angles triangle, sum of the angles of a triangle. What is 2y plus y? It's 3y. You add like terms. Plus 90 degrees, which is equal to 180 degrees. You must add an additive inverse, which is minus 90. Same number, but different side. What you do on the left-hand side, you also do on the right-hand side. 90 and 90, they cancel. This is 3y equals to 180 minus 90. It is equal to 90 degrees. We can divide this by 3 both sides. Y is equal to 90 divided by 3. In fact, 9 divided by 3, we know it's 3, but there is this 0. It's 30 degrees. So we know this is 90, and we know what is y. Y is what? Is 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. But this one now is 2 times y. It's 2 times y, but y is what? It's 30. So it's equal to 60 degrees. So this is what? 60 degrees. As you can see that I have angles, different angles. We used to say this is a scaling, but now it has a special name because there is a 90 involved. Although the angles are not equal, but we'll call this a right angled triangle. It's a right angled triangle. Okay, because there is 90 degrees. This is 1.7. Now I will do 1.8. 1.8. This is 120. This is 30. This is P. P plus 120 degrees plus 30 degrees. It is equal to 180 degrees. Sum angles triangle. This is P. 120 plus 30. 120 plus 30. It's 150 degrees. This is 150 degrees. Now, I don't want this 150. I must subtract 150 because I don't want this 150. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. If I subtract 150 on this side, I must subtract 150 on the other side. B. What is 180 minus 50? It is equal to 30 degrees. So I know this value of B is 30 degrees. I know B is 30 degrees. So this is an isosceles triangle. Classify the triangle. Because two angles are equal, it's an isosceles triangle. 1.9, 1.9, 1.9, it's 80, it's 100. This is not 80, it's 60. This is K. K plus 100 degrees plus 60 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Sum angles triangle. K plus 160, it is equal to 180 degrees. So 100 plus 60 is 160. I don't want this plus 60 minus 160. What you do on the left hand side, you also do on the right hand side. It's minus 160.